Alright guys, so the incredible long journey is over. Your boy finally has enough battlefield medals to awaken the LR GINYU Force, the physical version of course. Now I would have been able to do this a long time ago, but I've awakened every single battlefield unit that can be awakened. I've awakened every single one, like, you know, the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, like Metal Cooler, the, physical Super Saiyan Goku, all of them. So, like, if you only save your battlefield medals up for, like, LR Gohan, who's probably the best unit that uses battlefield medals, and then the GINYU Force unit, you should be able to awaken them pretty quickly. I also have used a lot of battlefield gems. I got LR Metal Cooler, and I've also gotten a lot of potential system orbs as well. But finally, your boy is able to awaken them to the physical LR GINYU Force. Now, I do have all paths unlocked on the LR GINYU Force here, but I don't have the physical type orbs necessary to rainbow them. I actually do have enough to rainbow one unit, but I'm going to use it on the physical LR Android 17 instead. Or wait, I said LR, excuse me. The Dokkan Fest Android 17. This guy right here. I'm going to go ahead and get him rainbowed because that Android category team is a monster. Whereas the physical LR GINYU Force is a solid unit, but they are a bit outdated. And also, it is important to note that they don't really have a great team to be on, right? Like, they only have two categories, the Planet Namek category, and then, of course, the GINYU Force category. Neither of those has, like, even a 120% leader skill buff, let alone, like, a category 150% or 170%. So the best place to show the physical LR GINYU Force is probably on the villain team, whereas, that Android 17 is on two top-tier category teams. So let me go ahead and get these fuckers to SA20. I'll level them up, and then we'll test them out on a SCR Rose Goku Black villain team. Also, I am pretty excited because now I've got the full page of LRs. What is that, 25? I believe there's 26 LRs in total. The only one I do not have is the LR 1000 Day Goku. Unfortunately, I'm still a good 600 days away from him, so oh well. Alright guys, so we'll go ahead and hop into an event with a team looking like this. Finally, your boy is able to create a full LR villain team. Obviously, outside of LR Rose. I mean, I guess you can do a full I keep going to say rainbow, damn it. You could do a full LR, I almost said rainbow again. You could do a full LR villain team because the LR Metal Cooler Core, they actually do give a leader skill for villain type units, but of course, Metal Coolers is only, I believe, 70%, like LR Vegito Blue. Metal Cooler is supposed to be the counterpart to LR Vegito Blue. I actually think they probably should have done like an LR Murasamasu as a counterpart to LR Vegito Blue. I feel like that would have worked a little better. Like, I do like the LR Metal Cooler unit, but maybe not in the spot he was in. So this is going to work out perfect because we can get the 18 key super for the LR GINYU Force right off the bat. Now, again, I haven't really given them any potential system buffs. As you guys can see, they're actually 2% in the potential system right here. They are SA20, though. So we'll see what they're capable of doing. I believe their super attack is also the exact same as the Tech LR GINYU Force. Well, 500,000 attack set is not good. No, not for an 18 key from an LR. That is, whoo! I mean, the LR GINYU Force, they are a support type unit, right? So even them specifically doing damage is not what they're designed to do. But still, like, that's pretty low. They're a very outdated card. The LR GINYU Force, they came out only a few weeks after Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. So, I do think Global's going to get them. I do think it's also, how can I word this? It's realistic, in my opinion, that the LR GINYU Force could get buffed. I think the Tech one will be the same exact one that is on JP. Well, I mean, that's already known. The card's in the game. He's not obtainable yet, but, like, it's what, like one more day, and people will have been able to farm up all of the GINYU Force events, and they'll be able to get the Tech LR GINYU Force. But the physical LR GINYU Force, I do think probably will be buffed a little bit. Because what they do, their passive, They give 3 ki and they give 7,777 attack for all allies. A very, very simple and easy buff would be to change the 7,777 attack to either 20% attack, 25% attack, or 30% attack. One of those three, any of those three, and I think this unit becomes a lot better and a lot more formidable moving forward. I do also think, by the way, that Global is going to get Dokkan Battlefield. There is no reason why they wouldn't. Absolutely none whatsoever. So I think we probably would see an announcement for Dokkan Battlefield maybe sometime after August is done. I think in September is when we would see, oh, okay, so Broly, yeah, that makes sense that Broly's 18 key super does get blocked by 17. I wasn't thinking about that. So 17 blocks all beam type super attacks, of course. Rose, his is a physical, and then the LR Ginyu Force, their 18 key is a physical as well. So the rest of our attacks are actually going to hit my boy 17, and we're actually going to take him down pretty fast here. 17, not really the most difficult of bosses, we could say. So I do think Dokkan Battlefield's coming to Global. One of the main reasons for this is because, wait, their 18 key super is a beam attack? Even though Birder, like, jumps in and smacks him up? That's interesting. I mean, you can check. Because, yeah, I know his 12 key is a beam attack because the 12 key, that's just where he does, like, his Milky Cannon, the normal blast he does against Goku on Namek. This is why the Ginyu Force team can't beat Boss Rush Stage 4, is because of the fact that Super 17 is the first boss, and, like, all the Ginyu Force members, they all have, like, beam attacks. So you're just infinitely stuck on Super 17 as he's blocking all that shit. So let's have... Now, we'll put LR Goku block. Nah, let's let LR Bojack. This is the spot where LR Bojack... Oh, fuck. You know what? I did just make a mistake right there. I want... LR Bojack, I've run this stage before where LR Bojack has, like, single-handedly beat this stage. But he does have to get an 18 key super. His 12 key is a beam attack. His 18 key super, like, one-shots this Android 17 phase. But his 12 key super is going to get blocked by 17's barrier. I think one thing they could have done that would have made this stage a lot more difficult, and what they should have done, is make it that 17, like, heals from the barrier. But I guess the point is that, like, that is Super 17's gimmick in GT. Like, he's literally absorbing the energy attacks where... You know, 17 in DBZ and Dragon Ball Super, he does just nullify them, but it also makes it to where he's not nearly as intimidating a boss, like as Super 17 was, like when he first came out, right? He was a problem with his sort of like energy nullification. That's why like Super Saiyan 3 Angel Tech Goku was so important at the time. To actually beat that 17 event. Okay, so now no real concern here. We're going to finish our boy 17 off on this turn right here. I'm pretty sure. I'm quite certain of that. This is a very strong rotation. So the Tech LR Ginyu Force, in order to get the remaining dupes of them, and then of course all the copies of the physical LR Ginyu Force is from Dokkan Battlefield. That's the thing. Like Global. Unless they completely create a new thing, like a new event to get the dupe copies of the LR Tech Ginyu Force, like Battlefield is where you get them. Like the reason Global also has not had the LR Frieza campaign yet is because they made a change to LR Frieza's event where Ginyu Force category members actually increase the drop rate of the medals and the copies of LR Frieza. So they didn't put that on Global and JP simultaneously because Global did not have all these free-to-play LR Ginyu Force members, right? Now, though, that Global finally has them, I think very soon, Global should get the LR Frieza campaign, and then I think Dokkan Battlefield will be part of that. It should be a celebration, because on JP, when JP got the LR Frieza celebration, the campaign, it was at the same time as Evolution Blue Vegeta and Jiren's Dokkan Fest event. So, I do think Global will probably have a celebration in September involving the LR Frieza campaign, Battlefield coming to Global, and Evolution Blue Vegeta and Jiren. Blue Vegeta actually coming into the game and getting his Dokkan event, and then Jiren, actually getting his Dokkan event as well. So September should be pretty fun for Global players, and I think there's a good chance that Turles might drop at the end of August or the very beginning of September, and then all the events I just talked about could be maybe in the second half of September. But no fear, in this point in the timeline for JP, JP did not have Battlefield yet, but I think it was about right now, like in Global's timeline, where Battlefield was announced. I know we did get a sneak peek of Battlefield coming back in V-Jump back in February of this year. So no worries. I do think Global will get it, especially now that Battlefield it's a mode that does rotate every single month. There's new stages and stuff, so Global will get it for sure. Now, looking at the physical LR Ginyu Force here, this is strongest of the elite troops, Ginyu and then slash Force, so Ginyu Force. Their leader skill is all types, HP, attack, and defense, 77%, which again was fine back in the day, but now not really so much. That's a very outdated leader skill. Their super attack, the 12 key, is a Milky Cannon, which does colossal damage to the enemy, and then their 18 key is the Special Fighting Assault, which does mega colossal damage to the enemy, and all allies' defense goes up by 30% for one turn. So, when Global gets this card, its leader skill being updated, I think, is a possibility. I could almost see maybe this physical LR Ginyu Force getting, like, all types is what it is right now, huh? So they could do, like, they could get, like, a Caulifla leader. Well, not really Caulifla, but Caulifla's Dokkan form, right? Like, I could see them being maybe, like, all types, HP, attack, and defense 50%, and 3 key or something along those lines, because I know when the Int Super Trunks came to Global recently, his leader skill was buffed. So this leader skill is so outdated, I could see that being updated. Their passive skill is the Finish Sign, which is key 3 and attack 7,777 for all allies. I already explained that just giving that, 20%, 25%, or 30% attack instead would be a dramatic upgrade for this unit for Global, and I do think it would make sense. Their links are the Ginyu Force, Fear and Faith, Respect, Loyalty, Signature Pose, Shocking Speed, and Legendary Power. So they do have a lot of bad links, like Respect, Loyalty, Signature Pose are not great. For the Ginyu Force category, sure. For the Planet Namek category, I'm sure as well, because, you're going to have a lot of Ginyu Force members over there, but Fear and Faith, Shocking Speed, Legendary Power, I think those would essentially be their main links. Their 12 key is 140%, which is fine. That's normal for an LR. 24 keys, always 200% for LRs. And then, of course, they do have the 2 categories. The Planet Namek category, as well as the Ginyu Force category. So, we'll see what happens if, like, the Planet Namek category would get, like, a real leader. Like, maybe a base form Goku with a transformation mechanic and a Super Saiyan Goku. This Ginyu Force could be a pretty solid team on that category. Because they do give the buff for all allies. Could help out a lot, but we'll see. For now, they are kind of in limbo. More of a trophy than anything. Like, they're not a bad card because they do have an effect that's easy to activate. 3 key and attack for all allies, right? So it's not like they're the physical LR Gohan, the first Super Battle World reward, but they certainly could be better. They're an old card at that point. But hey, whatever. It is what it is. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time. Oh, I will rainbow this card after the upcoming World Tournament. I'm going to grind so hard in that tournament. I should be able to get orbs to be able to rainbow them then. So look forward to that. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.